Hey everyone, this is Natnarf. I'm back in, and welcome back to Jake Hunter, your very own personal detective, with a lovely flask of scotch in his pocket. I had screwed up and Simon had gotten away. At least we knew that he was still alive, which meant there was at least a slim chance I could figure this whole mess out. I felt like an idiot for losing him, but beating myself up for it wasn't going to help anyone anymore. And then there was an issue of Tidwell and his increasingly strange behavior. Tidwell and Yates had worked together years ago at AKSYS. In fact, when Yates had split to start his own company, he promised Tidwell there'd be a place for him once things were up and running. Then the thing bugging me was that I'd learned all this not from Tidwell, but from Yates' sister. He had plenty of opportunities to tell me about his relationship with Yates, which made him silent and the more suspicious. He's clearly been trying to hide it from me, but why? The whole case was still a mess, no question, but I was starting to feel like I was on the verge of a rig. Crash and burn, baby. A long, humble ride back to the camera. You laugh at far dash reproachfully to the owner of the bike. Tidwell was doing his best to be quiet and invisible. Yulia did not look especially happy to see me. Sir! Sorry, babe. Simon got away. Wait. I'm glad stealing this man and leaving me to deal with this. Yeah. I'm glad stealing this man's bike and leaving me to deal with him paid off. I followed Yulia's glance to the furious man behind her. Right. I'd rather talk to you. Wait, I want to see your face. Giving poor Yulia an earful. Sorry. I'm sorry! Sorry, buddy. Look, I'm sorry I took your bike without asking. Are you kidding me? What the hell's wrong with you? I didn't have time to explain. I had to catch the man on the other bike. Why was that my problem? He is a primary suspect in an important ongoing case. But he got away. You're a police or something? Guys was about to cut me any slack. I needed to do something before I lost it. I don't know what to do! This is say I am. Actually, I am. Ah, damn it! No! No! Reset. I was screwing every time in the ready. Even my language is screwed up. Continue. Dang it. No. Not the police! No, I'm not, but what the hell gave you the goddamn right to take my goddamn bike? I know you're angry. I really shouldn't have taken the bike like that. Forget it. Gave me the answer that gave me a sneer that would have peeled paint and climb on his bike. I need to get back to work. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Tidwell start to scurry off in the direction of his car. Hey, Tidwell, hold on! Only the bike's engine roar in the rear of my life starting me. And I turned back to get Tidwell is gone. It was my first time she had to deal with many mistakes. There's no one else there. He was a real charmer. Sure, he took his bite, but I brought it back in good condition. Look, babe, I'm sorry you had to get mixed up in that. I wasn't thinking. Do you ever? What is that? I don't know that. You don't mind me. What did I want to talk about? Sabin. It looks like stealing that guy's bike wasn't even worth it. I was long gone. Don't blame yourself, sir. Age and constant inebriation can take the toll on a man. At least we know he's still alive. See him take off like that, though. It certainly doesn't suggest that he's innocent. About Tidwell. Yes, he did seem to be avoiding your question, sir. But maybe he had a good reason. I was hoping I could ask him about his relationship with Yates, though. I have a feeling that if he didn't tell you that about it on his own, he's unlikely to tell you about it at all. Each promise was just about probably just getting verbal agreement, nothing official. Maybe Yates hadn't gotten around giving Tidwell his invite, although I somehow doubt that. Well, he can't go far. Can't go far. I can always chase him down and ask him about it later. That's true. I'm about to go meet Rio at the Yates office. What are you gonna do? I'm still worried about Jerry. I think I'll be going back to the hospital. Sounds like a plan. You and I went on the separate ways. Can I call you? Damn. Nah, I don't want to think. Think about some kind of man he was. Sunman. He said he was a sunman and had a bit journey. Okay, that's all I knew. Crap. No. I want him to smoke. Poor guy, he needs a smoke. A little cigarette. I tried to put my questions about Tito on the back burner. And go meet Rio at the Yates office. Okay. Yaeli was obviously still worried about Kenny as she left for her hospital, but running into Sabin had lifted her spirits a little. At least we knew he was still out there. Of course, the more we learned, the more it seemed like Tito wasn't telling us something important. I had a feeling that when I finally get the spill the beans, the answer would be almost over. As I walked up to the door to the Yates office, Rio was nowhere to be seen. You're late. Holy shite. You're just about scared the pants of me. Sorry, I'm a little jumpy. It's been a long day. I gave Rio the Reader's Digest version of the day's excitement. I see. It seems he had quite a day. He gave me a curt nod and gestured toward the door. A female office assistant went inside early. I was waiting for you to arrive. Sorry. Aren't you going in? Of course I am! I just want you to move first. You and I looked at each other, nodded, and opened the door. I hope we will be able to get something out of the office assistant. I need a break, and I needed it bad. The inside of the office was simple and sweet. Very modern, very white, very peach. I love it. Felt like it would be a pretty nice place to work. Why don't you move then? Oh god, that's not young. A young woman looked at us as we walked through the door and frowned. Can I help you? Don't look at me like that! No, excuse me, the desks and chairs were pretty plain. Not much decoration. She didn't look like she took much very seriously, including her job. And again, her boss said, I suppose there wasn't much motivation to care. While watching us closing, I figured I was taking the opportunities to assess my skill. What skill? My sexual skills? I mean, never mind. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. Oh, sorry. But I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about Mr. Yates. Are you with the police? No, I'm not. I made the point not to mention Rio. Really? What kind of business was Yates running here? Oh, nuh-uh. I don't know anything about this job. Come on, you worked at this, man. You gotta have some idea. I served coffee, answered the phone, and took care of various custodial duties. Sometimes he'd have me make copies, but nothing ever made any sense to me. Is there anyone else working here? No, just me. The president did everything other than the busy work himself. And he didn't leave anything behind. If they're not here, then where is this paper? At his house, maybe? I don't know, but he mentioned once that he didn't like bringing his work home. So maybe they're somewhere else. If there's nothing here, why are you cleaning it out? Some of the stuff in here he just rented. And honestly don't know what's what either. But the landlord told us to clean up. The moment the words were out of her mouth, the girl's eyes widened as if she just thought of something. Hey, do you think you can guys give me a hand with something? What is that? Sure, will help. Really awesome! I should have just said no. But yeah. She clapped her hands in delight and pulled out a piece of paper and a pencil. Here are some instructions. Oh god dang it! I'm wasting my time helping you! The office assistant handed a piece of paper with the following things written on it. What is this? 10, 15, 20, 25. What is this? Oh! The president loved classic cars. There were 4 on the company premises. But of course, now we have to sell them. I found a buyer for all 4 of them, but they still needed to be delivered. Unfortunately, I don't have a driver's license, and hiring a tow truck would be really expensive. That's ready to come in. Great, you want me to drive? We're fine taking the cars, but what do you mean by we're fine with taking the cars, but what do these numbers mean? That just shows how long each car could take to get to the buyer's parking lot. They're classic cars, so they all function differently. They've been inspected and they were fine, so you shouldn't have any trouble. I see. Rio, do you have a license? I have an international license. Alright, let's get moving on. When she handed us the keys, the girl added, yeah, you'll be taking them to the kind of awkward place. The transportation wise, so you probably want to take a car back here too. What? Wouldn't it make the most sense for us to drive each car there and then come back on a bus or something? It'll take over an hour. And the buses in this area aren't very reliable. I see. Oh, we'll need to figure out how to get back once we made the deliveries. It should be about 8 minutes driving a normal car. Is there abnormal car? Is there anything else we should be worried about? Let me see. They are old cars after all, so if you drive them to the destination and back, you probably should let them rest for a bit. Make up your mind! 20 minutes should be enough time. I see, we need to give this some thought before we get started. We can't afford to waste too much time. Too much time! Too much time! See, the English is wrong already. I'm not blind. Got some things to do after all. Oh god. Save, save, save. I decided to drive car A in my own car. Next. My car. Next. Didn't see. Take either car A or car B with my own car and then drive back. Okay. This seems like a good enough plan. We headed for the parking lot. Actually, we're fine, and Rio and I were able to move all of them in a timely manner. I made sure to search each one as we moved, and my daily trade paid off. Stuffed under the seat of one of the cars, I found a book of matches that Ye must have left behind. Words "Every hotel" were printed in front of the... Oh, hotel! It must have been his hangout. Hopefully the dame back at the office would be able to tell me more about the Every Hotel. With the car safely at their destination, Rio and I returned to the office. The office assistant was waging a small war against a collection of office equipment. Oh god. She appeared to be losing. Oh, you're done. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. We're done with our stuff. How are things here? Let me see, I think I can handle it. The worst part's over. Worst part? Okay, I'm talking about the cars. To be honest, I didn't know what I was going to do about them. Okay. Yeah, here's the token of my appreciation. A paper! Cars! God damn it! It's those code thingies. Moto. Cars. I didn't keep track of them in the beginning of the... when I start playing it, so I'm gonna have a hard time. I know King's one of it too. King... his name just keeps mentioning red in the beginning. What the hell is this? I found it while I was cleaning. I thought it might help. Thanks. I guess it couldn't hurt to remember it. Maybe it might come handy someday. I found these in the car. What? Oh, matches. You know where this place is? Every hotel? Yeah, the boss used to go there every so often when he was entertaining clients. What kind of entertaining? What kind of people would he invite there? I don't know much about that, but I thought it was a little weird. What do you mean by weird? It's in a weird part of town for a business meeting, and he would always kind of sneak off when he went there. Interesting. You have the address of... I was halfway through asking her when the place was, and I noticed the address on the back of the book of matches. Great detective work, Jake! Very anticipated. My next man beat me to the door. Hey! Come back! He left the office and began the trip to FanFiction Hotel. I didn't have any idea what might be there. I couldn't shake the feeling that it would be a turning point in the case. Given the part of town, it was about what I expected. Worn down, and it was really too kind of a phrase. It was about as well lit as one could expect from a handful of bare, flickering light bulbs. I had to admit, after seeing Yates' home and office, it was hard to imagine someone like him going to a place like that. And in a way, it was fitting. He could buy all the nice houses and fancy cars he wanted. He still had to get 30 to make that money. Oh God. Al Capone! You look like Al Capone. In my image, a man behind the counter had the oily smile that seemed to sort of slide down his face. He didn't greet us as we walked towards him. He just kept smiling. That greasy smile fixed on his face like it was drawn there. In other words, he was a fantastic portrait. Faint light left most of the room in shadow. The man's self-righteous smirk told me that if I wanted any out of him, I might have to do something unconventional. As usual, nothing to face him. He just has one expression, okay? What are you doing? We're investigating a local man. Do you think you can help us out? Not gonna happen. We got a strict and non-disclosure policy. Now, if you don't have any legitimate business with me, I decide to suggest you to get the hell out. Oh God, I didn't expect him to crack that easily anyway. My ears. A man named Keegan Yates was murdered. We have reason to believe these activities at this hotel might have something to do with the case. You ain't cops. I don't have it to tell you nothing. Although I wouldn't tell you shit if you were. Not very friendly. It's great to see a man these days who really cares about doing his job right, keeping good work ethic. But if there were any illegal activities going on, you're going to be considered an accessory to the crime. What my guests do in their rooms is their own business. Unlike some people, I value personal privacy. He was ready for anything either of it. What an impenetrable bastard. It was clear he wasn't going to get an inch, so it was time to get down to bit. Sign for some persuasion. What am I gonna do? What's investigate? Why don't we show what you're capable about? Let's have a warm-up round, shall we? Sounds good. Let me ask one more time. Do you know any Yates? Nah. My answer's gonna be the same no matter how much time you ask. According to playing dumb, he was keeping us from the truth to say. What are you looking at? Nothing. It's your best interest to tell us the truth. I'm not gonna fall for that shit like that. I wasn't born yesterday, chump. Intimidation wasn't gonna work on him. Okay. Look, we both want something. I want your information, so name your price. I slip $100 bill across the town. I can't sell myself short. I ain't cracking for chump change. Whatever his price was, I don't think I could afford it. Knock off the act, pal. We just want to talk. You really think that's gonna work? Nice try. I'm not very good at this. Looks like Rio, we don't like this situation. We're extremers. I'll leave it to you. Alright. Oh no! Walked over to a nearby chair, eyed it for a moment, and struck. Kung Fu fighting! Hiya! With a sharp sound of silvering wood, the chair split down the middle and shattered to the floor. I suggest you tell my colleague what you know, or you and this chair are going to have a lot in common. Give me a break. That's supposed to scare me? We're trying to keep up the tough guy act, but the sweat rapidly beading on his forehead told a different story. You know we're gonna have to pay for that chair, right? How about giving it another go? Such a thing should be done only once. I suppose that's true. Now it's about the time we talk. Another chair. He flit me the bird and went back to doing whatever he's doing behind the counter. Stands stay the same, don't matter how many times you ask. I'm sorry, that was presumption of it. I'm probably not going to help you. Man's expression softened up a bit. Oh, okay. Softened up. I know it's not much, but please take this as the token of my appreciation. I said I don't want it! Okay. Sorry. Need to find some common ground. I should be able to get him out. I don't know what! $9 a shot. Look like a quarter. You lost some change there. Huh? Oh. The man looked flustered and crouched down to pick up the coin. Dang it. There's something special about that quarter? Ha ha ha. It was minted in 1822, even rare these days, so it's worth like $1,000. A quarter worth 100. I found it by chance today. I got my luck finally turned around. Huh? A budding new mystic. Wouldn't mind having more of these quarters. I didn't believe I was doing, but I pulled out my wallet to see if by chance I wanted those quarters this would talk about. This is ridiculous. Oh my! You have? Same in my wallet was a quarter just like the one the man had. You guys, that's one look was all it took to know the man wanted the quarter very, very badly. If I gave you this quarter, would you talk? I'll think about it. The bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Get 1 coin, or you can get hurt. Oh God! Glad the man across the counter. Okay, I'll talk. A look like that from Rio would make even the most hardened criminal talk. But it looked like we were getting somewhere. As long as I don't pay back for the chair. You know anything about the C8? That guy, the guy that was killed in Cedric, right? Yeah, he used to come here all the time. What he was doing here? Looked like some kind of negotiation to me. Although I gotta say, it must have been some pretty sketchy stuff. He was discussing business in a place like this. What sort of negotiations was he conducting? He talked over the details in that room. But one time I thought I heard them saying something about China and information. Oh, jackpot! You know who the person was that Mr. Yates was having these meetings with? He seemed like a businessman from a big firm. His name was... Oh, no you don't. If it's E1, I will kill that guy. The guy spent several searching the name of his memory. Thinking appeared to be incorrect. Oh, yeah. It was Tidwa. You sure? That's the break we needed. So is having Mr. Tidwa. Wait, you think I'm lying to you? I remember, just a week ago. I'm going to Cedric this Sunday. Would you like to join me, Mr. Tidwa? Or something like that. Maybe I don't know exact words. So anyway, Tidwell turned him down. That was the last time I saw those two. Stardust, his incapable, oily smile still in place, but his mind was elsewhere. Tidwell and Yates had met with each other, and Tidwell had known when Yates would be in Cedric. Visiting Mr. Tidwell again had suddenly become very, very important. He gave me a look that said, had come to the same conclusion. Mr. Hunter, yes, I think it's about time we made big use of business. I didn't bother to thank the man as Rio and I rushed out the door, because he had the coin anyway. I didn't think he minded too much, because he had the coin! Company like that, Tidwell was probably the only chip of the iceberg. Arden had to have known, but did it stop him? But it did stop with him? How high did it go? Maybe the whole company was dirty. We're at the Magus building. It didn't look intimidating anymore. It looked rotten. What do you mean by that? Let me think first. I need my brain. I thought back on what I've uncovered so far. The office assistant at Yates mentioned a place that Yates went to a lot. Place was... what the hell? He discovered the Yates had been meeting with at Avid. Which... even Tidwell. Tidwell and Yates had met just a week before. Yates had mentioned his plans for the weekend. His action was... he was planning to travel to Cedric. It was all another time. Dang you. Save my buttons. Tiny, what are you doing? Okay. Okay. Everyone who walked by looked suspicious. I watched the receptionist carefully constructed a smile with sheer wither under the onslaught of Rio's glare. You're afraid of Rio. And a glare that would bore through solid steel. He was using it. The steel? May I see the General Business Department, Management Division, Corporate Planning Offices, Public Relations Section Chief, Mr. Tidwell. Yes, one moment, please. She knows I'm annoyed already. Well, at this point, I knew his title by heart, so I just watched as the receptionist hastily dialed the extension. I apologize. This is already considerably after the office. What? I saw him earlier today, and when he left, he said he was going back to his office. That's strange. He hasn't been back since this morning. He never looked at me. Could this mean? I realized he was in trouble and fled. Yeah, in that case, I played with a fresh sugar and tried to think. Okay, can I see the general manager of the planning, Mr. Arden? I apologize, since I also stepped up. You a-holes! Coupled with Mr. Taylor, then Arden has to be. Just when the story is finally getting exciting. Hold on. Just when things were finally taking a good turn, the some call. Okay. Some call. There's some phone call. Coupled with Mr. Taylor also seems suspicious. Then Arden has to be. What? What can I think? What? I looked around the lobby and spotted Mr. Arden! My voice echoed across the lobby, drowning out the muted voices of people scurrying back and forth. Mr. Hunter! You, come here! Did you happen to know where Tidwell is? Mr. Tidwell? No, I have no idea. Really? Well, what can you tell me about the meeting business between Tidwell and Keegan Yeats? Keegan Yeats? The man who killed in the city? I've never met a person. I didn't take much of a genius to see that Mr. Arden was lying through his teeth. He knew something I wasn't about to let up. What's LOC? New Yates? Okay. Tidwell and Yates had worked together at Magus, and Arden had told me he known Tidwell since he'd been to Magus. In all likelihood, Magus had been one of Arden's subordinates along with Tidwell. It's not nice to lie, people. Yates used to work for you, didn't he? Mr. Arden gulped. Don't give me that shit, Arden. We already know Tidwell's been meeting with Yates. We'd just like to know what those meetings are about. That's something I don't know anything about. Really, because I heard Tidwell was there to buy corporate secrets about Chinese corporations. No, I had no idea what you were talking about. Arden looked like he was about to crap himself, but he still hadn't given us anything. Last time we spoke, you mentioned that you had gone to the capital with Tidwell last Sunday. That's correct. Tidwell and I spent the day walking around the city even though it was raining. You see, that's the problem. The story Tidwell told me doesn't quite match up with yours. What? I figured that pointing out the differences between his story and Tidwell might make Arden more cooperative. The weather. Arden said it was raining in the capital and Tidwell had claimed it was sunny. Somebody hadn't got their story straight. Tidwell told me it was sunny when you were in the capital. I seem to recall you saying it was raining. I'm confused. Which one of yours should I believe? What kind of English is that? Mr. Tidwell said that. That can't be. He's really starting to sweat. All he needed was a little nudge. Tidwell never went to the capital. He just went to the Tertiary where he killed Yates. Am I right? What evidence do you have? I don't have anything yet, but now that I know where to look, it's only a matter of time. So far, you haven't been a suspect in this investigation, but you and Tidwell, and probably all of Magus, are going to come under a microscope pretty damn quick here. Bingo. His eyes looked like they were about to pop out of his head. He couldn't stop talking fast enough. I'm not involved! How did he know? This is all Mr. Tidwell's doing. The company has nothing to do with it. Finally, it took him long enough. Your degree of involvement in all this is for the police to decide. Now, where's Tidwell? I don't know. He had some unfinished business to take care of. Unfinished business? He just said there was something he needed to take care of before he became a problem. Oh no, Julia! Two people knew the truth behind the murder at Cedric Inn. I was very sure I wanted to reduce the number by one. It was hard to know who Tidwell was going after. Oh no, 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 no! I think it's scary. I found the murder scene, but I already told the teacher. Yeah, it's Julia! What? What? There isn't even told the truth. It's taken me days to find something. How was a punk like Tidwell going to do it? Something that Tidwell said in the first step. Strange behavior. Campground. Exchanged right about the time we finally found Simon at the campground. Maybe he'd been talking to Simon before Yula and I had showed up. She tried to lure Simon somewhere we could easily kill him. What were we doing? Just sitting around. Arden and I was the only lead we have, and I need to get him back. Come on, Arden, you can't win. Just tell us where Tidwell is. I don't know. Are you really just going to stand by and let Tidwell murder someone else? Haven't you been his mentor since he came to Magnus? Haven't you made him what he is today? I really don't know. He just left all by himself. I wasn't getting anywhere. Maybe Mr. Ron had been telling the truth. Maybe he really didn't know anything. Come on. Damn it. One universal third was call the damn telephone. I think. Panic. It looked like it was about ready to break. How did the hell with the third? Wow, your answer was no idea. Over and over. Dang you! Okay, little secret. I found out. Ah! No executive company, Mr. Titwell. General Management Arden. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? I'm sorry, but the board members are requesting you to return to the key to the rental meeting room immediately. Mr. Titwell has it. Ask him. Rental meeting room? Magus rents a meeting room somewhere? Yes. We sometimes rent out a room at another facility for certain things. And it's normally deserted? Yes. I looked up at Rio. Got to be there. Let's move! We left the stunned and defeated Arden standing listlessly in the lobby and ran for the car. We're about... Oh, come on. Who on earth? Telephone! Without any take ID, I answered the phone. Hello? Oh, sir. Carrie regained consciousness. Really? Yes. According to Carrie, Simon did not attack her. She said that Simon insists that he did not kill Mr. Yates. I see. Sir, something about her? Sound like you're in a hurry. Just then a message blared to the competition. General Management Arden of the Corporated Planning Office. Please return to the General Accounting Division immediately. General Management Arden? Magus! So then, Mr. Titwell, I'd like you to continue looking after Carrie. Leave the rest of us! I hung up the phone before Eula could respond. I was being a jerk. But the less she knew about what was going on, the happier she'd be. Run! Run! I signaled Rio then we took off for the exit once again. We jumped into the car as we drove off and decided to run through what I found that day. That's fast. What did I know? I know nothing! A clue came from an unsuspected sort. Mr. Titwell's was rental management room. It was at the rental management meeting room. So far, it was just a theory, but I was pretty sure I knew who had attacked Carrie. Him. Never mind. Ah! Carrie. Yorick Arden. What? Oh, I'm not reading right. Sorry. It's just a theory. I was pretty sure I knew who attacked her. It's Sabin. It would probably have been Sabin. He had probably come home while you and I were gone. It's just a theory, but I had a feeling I knew why Sabin had attacked Carrie. Assaulting Carrie. Mistake? Yeah. He probably got into an argument with Carrie and ended up to attack her by accident. If it hadn't been Titwell that iced Yates, who he had done it? What motive would Titwell have for murdering Yates? Revenge, I think. I did feel like Yates was just using him and decided to get revenge. Maybe Titwell felt especially betrayed since he and Yates had been friends once. I could think of other reasons he would have killed him though. Promise? And kept his promise to bring Tidwell into his company. Perhaps Tidwell wasn't too happy about that. I could think of other reasons though. So it's all of it. Become a liability to Magus, so they told Tidwell to whack him. What? After Arden's pathetic display, that wouldn't have surprised me much. That was all I knew at the time. Multi-purpose building in the question that was in the middle of the cluster of other buildings. That's ugly. It wasn't exactly an intuitive layout. But it took Rio and I several minutes to find the right building. One end is back, they're down. It was past normal business hours, but there were few people nearby. There was a small alley behind the building. It didn't seem like anyone other than the building's occupants or maybe their neighbors would have any reason to go back there. There were a few motorcycles and cars casually parked in it. That motorcycle! A motorcycle! There was a green racing motorcycle that I swear I'd seen before. Had it been Simon's bike? Damn you, bike. Looked like we made the right guess. It touched the glass tank. It's still warm. Couldn't have been here long. It couldn't have been there long.
The bag belongs to 7. I think we can conclude that 7 is here. Let's do this. We should be able to take him down without too much trouble. I nodded in agreement. Since I was in danger, we didn't have much any time to waste. Rio and I tore up the stairs. How can you do that? Tore up the stairs toward the reading room. 7! I threw open the door. Don't kill him. Stop it, Tidwell! Shut up, don't tell me what to do. My eyes were fixed on the knife and Ted with hands on that kept coming awfully close to Savin's throat. Bad scene. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say. It's really bad. It's really bad. Even with Rio's skills, there wasn't much we could do as long as Tidwell kept climbing close to him. Had to create some kind of diversion. Don't be stupid, Tidwell. We know everything. What? No, you wouldn't. We know that you murdered Yates, and we know that you brought Sabin here so you could kill him and keep the truth under wraps. Magus had been buying corporate secrets from China through Yates. Prove it. You got no evidence. You're starting to panic. Good. Isn't it the fact that you're trying to kill Sabin proof enough? Just give up and let Sabin go. Shut up. I'll just kill you all. How is that going to help you? More murders? You'll only be disguising yourself in You'll only be digging yourself in deeper. The company would help me. They ordered me to kill Mr. Yates. You're starting to crack. I just needed him to keep talking. I wasn't gonna hang you out to dry, Tito. Lies! Mr. Arden told me himself. I had to get rid of Mr. Yates. The Chinese police were watching him and he was getting too arrogant. Do you have that in writing? Can you prove any of it? No. This can't. I can still Tito's grip on me beginning to lose. If we end up jumping in, maybe. I don't want to lose it. You gave me an almost incredible lot. As soon as I jump, you'd be able to get over it. Without any focus everywhere. Okay, let's jump. In perfect unison, you and I launch ourselves at Mr. Tidwell. Oh, beautiful! Gah! As we slam into him, I saw his grip on Sabin falter. I drove my shoulder onto his chest. Oh God! Into his chest as Rio grabbed Sabin and leaped away. Rio and Sabin scrambled away from Tidwell and me. Tidwell dropped the hand holding the knife to his side as he walked toward me. He wasn't going down without a fight. Give up, Tidwell. You can't win. Turn yourself in. Turn state's evidence. Turn state's evidence, and maybe they'll go easy on you. Why me? Why am I the only? Tidwell's scream was one pair of despair and futility. He charged. Oh no! What am I gonna do? Left? Attacking with his right hand, going to the left. That would be my right, so left for this. I felt the rush of there at his left hand and okay. I needed to get the knife away from the fast or I was going to be in the world of hurt. Fortunately, the Tidwell's charge had thrown him off balance. He was going to get this one chance. I don't know fighting. I reached out in his hand to hit Mr. Hedger's hand. I panic! Mr. Hedger swung wildly with the knife. I felt that. Oh no! So I had put him in an awkward position. I took control winning and grabbed his arm, wristing it onto his dream and dropped the knife. Damn it! Before I could react, he was back on his feet, coming at me with nothing but a fist. Stop it, Ewan! Oh my god, my face! How did you know I was here? I saw the figure of a woman appear in the doorway behind him. Julia! And just like that, the fight ended. His fear and anger were gone. All he had left was despair. How did you know where we were? He couldn't bring herself to look at Tidwell. The manic energy I had a few moments ago was completely gone. Looked like a man stretched to the limit. His face was gaunt and his eye had dark circles under them. This probably wasn't the first such. This probably wasn't the first such scene Riyadh had been a part of. As usual, he seemed unmoved. Ouch. She kept looking around the room at all of us. I couldn't tell what she was thinking. I don't know either. Let's hear him out. He was feeling any sense of accomplishment or finality. He was enjoying it. And was lost for words. What did I want to talk about the keys? So anything I said was true? Yeah. Your company ordered to kill Yates. That's right. Well, I guess it got personal. You were mad at Yates because he hacked out of his promise to bring you into his company. You know? Yeah, that's right. That son of a bitch told me to stay at Maggie's until his company off the ground. Turns out he was reaping all the benefits of my contacting Maggie's, and I got reduced to a messenger boy. Even Sabin was on his way to becoming a top racer. I thought Sabin was your best friend. Didn't you feel bad about him, about setting him up? That wasn't what I wanted to happen. For a moment there was emotion in Mr. Tidwell's voice, but then it was gone, and then he was bleak and monotone again. What? Right after I killed Keegan, Sabin walked into the room. I had known Keegan was planning to meet with him. I hid behind the bed and watched Sabin run out of the room. I thought he was supposed to be in a race when I killed Keegan. I was still dazed after Sabin left the room. So you were still in there when Carrie came in? Yeah. Carrie came in right after Sabin left. It's just as surprised as Sabin. But after a moment, her expression changed. She mumbled his name to herself and ran out of the room. That's when I realized that I had a golden opportunity to make sure I wasn't even a suspect. Even... Sabin, I'm sorry. Something must be wrong with me. You idiots! Tidwell closed his eyes and slumped down. Tidwell met you at the campground and told you about this place. Yes. I was at my wit's end when Ewan found me and told me to run because the cops were coming. He gave me the key to this place and told me it was safe. But I got lost on the way here, and by the time I arrived, Ewan was waiting for me. He was acting a little off, but I didn't think of anything until I put out that knife. But I'm no different. Carrie, Carrie's doing fine. I talked to you a little while ago. She just regained consciousness. What? She did? Yeah. Thank God. I ran just like I did after I found Keegan. I had someone take my place in the race so I could meet with someone else who turns up dead. I knew the cops would think it was me who killed him. That's why I'd be arrested. I'd hoped that at least Carrie would believe me. She was no different than anyone else. I was tired from running so long. I just let my anger get the best of me and I hit her. Nope, you dumbass. She was moving and there was so much blood. I got scared and ran off again. You coward. I got no right to judge Ewan. Sabin buried his face in his hands. Why do I keep talking to everyone? I thought you were going to stay in with Carrie. I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't just stand sitting around. I called Magus and made them tell me where you are. Yulia, I know you told me to stay put, but I'm afraid that just wasn't acceptable. I have too much invested in this case to just sit by and watch. Okay. I'll take a rest. Sorry. I feel like I'm kind of leaving you with a check. Don't worry about it. This is the second time you really helped me out. I'll stop by your office before returning to China. Alright. Yulia and I left Tidwell and Sabin in Rio's hands and headed home. Rio was in silence. Where's my car? Things were slow at the office the next day. Noon rolled around and Yulia still hadn't shown up. Huh? I don't know. Oh, here. Rice for you. Come here. Never mind. She was unusually the model of the punctuality that given that happened, I was willing to cut her some slack. I'm more out of... Oh no, that hit me with a hanger. Please eat this. I'm not a violin. More out of habit than anything. Ow! I turned on the television. Don't do that! That hurt. Oh god! Every channel was talking about the accusations being leveled at Magus. Oh, good for you. Looked like I'd been right. The corruption had gone all the way to the top. Every couple of minutes, I saw more footage of policemen hauling mountains of paperwork out of the Magus building. When they'd shown enough of that, it was time for some more footage of CEOs and board members being led away by the cops. I knew most of them were probably headed for white-collar resort prison, but maybe it would scare a couple of them straight. The bad guys have been caught this time, but even a big firm like Magus was just a drop in the bucket. The players change, but crime never sleeps. It was Magus this time, but a year from now there will be someone else. Too many people like Tidwell are only seen as pawns to be used when it suits their masters, and thrown away when it doesn't. The wheels of commerce turn, regardless of who might get crushed beneath them. Julia. Did you go, sir? What the hell? My eyes flew open. Julia was standing in front of me with a small bag and a sideways smile. Hey, babe. Excuse me. Sorry I'm late, sir. I was getting Mr. House. Why did you just come here? I was getting Mr. House a souvenir for America to take him home. A souvenir for Rio? What about... Well, check it out. I decided it'd be better if I just kept that question to myself. Never mind. If Julia didn't want to talk about the last few days, who was I to force the issue? Just then there was a knock on the door. Did I have a new client already? Nope, it's this guy. It's Mr. Rio. Guess who's there? Julia opened the door. There's the Rio. Ah, you gorilla face! Now what? This seems fine. How did she? Oh, she did it without a stiff drink every so often. I never do that. She's a woman. You're a guy. You seem rather aloof for someone who was dropping by to bid farewell. Yes, submission is your usual angry face. No, I still don't like you. I don't like you. Hey, Irvin, what brings you here? Not going to arrest me, I hope. I figured maybe I owed you an apology. I'm sorry, detective. Look, a while ago, a private dick screwed up one of my cases pretty bad. I guess I've just had some trouble letting it go. I jumped into conclusions about you without any evidence. So sorry. I don't swear in Irvin. Things worked out alright, right? Didn't they? There's no use worrying yourself over something that's gone and gone. Irvin looked like he'd rather be in a shootout than my office. Apologies weren't really his thing. I take her on a tour around Cedric next time you're in town. Sure! If it's free! So you're heading back to China now? Yes, there will be a follow-up investigation to verify some facts. Mr. House, I got you this souvenir to remember us by. What kind of souvenir? Thanks. I see Rio's eyebrows drop. I saw Rio's eyebrows jump slightly when he gratefully accepted the package of Julia. Miss Julia! Mr. Tidwell will naturally be charged with the crime, but I believe there will be a degree of leniency in the ruling. Tiny, what did you break? Scarner ordered him to kill Mr. Yates, and his own emotions clouded his judgment even further. Since his arrest, he's been extremely cooperative and is assisting with the police in their investigation. Carey dropped the assault charge against Mr. Olson and he's been released from jail, so you can visit him whenever you want. I see. I explained the details of the case to Mr. Crowley, and he's working hard to get time back on the track. Really? His face is up. Okay, that's good to hear. Rio, thank you again for all your help, Mr. Hunter. When you get a chance, come visit me in China. Oh, sure! As long as you're paying for my tickets. Please. Julia, being comforting isn't exactly something I'm very good at, but I felt like I had to say something. I just didn't know what. At a loss for words, Julia just looked away. She was silent for a while, her eyes even looking into space. Then suddenly she was talking, in a way I'd never heard before. Sabin and Carey. Even. And Keegan and Sharon. We shared a past together. How could something like this happen? Okay, this whole thing was... As I tried to find the right words, Julia turned to me with a sad smile. I'm alright. But time is so cruel. We were so close once, and now all that's left behind us is hate. People change with time, babe. That's just how life works. But your memories don't. those good times you had, they aren't really gone. As long as you remember them, you never forget your friends, what they meant to you, even if you don't get along like you used to. Do you think that's what brought Tidwell around? Sir! Her smile was worth sounding like an idiot. Memories do fade, but only the ones we don't want to remember. The passage of time erases only the sad memories. Anna! Okay, I somehow finished reading it. I need to report in. Okay, I'll report you goddamn boss. Wait. Hey, Donyos. I need to save before I screw up everything. Then I need to make my call. Call! Say it, phone. Yes. I pulled out my phone and called in to report what I found out. Ah, not again! What's up? It's Ken. I just finished reading the file. I see. Tell me what you learned. Okay. What kind of case did you read about? Espionage. It's an industrial espionage case. Industrial espionage? That sounds interesting. Where did the case take place? Says 3... What is that? And coast. The Cedric and over the coast. Cedric, huh? He went quite ways from home. What friends of his did Hunter go to for information? Okay. What's Margot? Mr. Halls. Of the Chinese police? Chinese police? He's even got connections to China, huh? I have to watch out for that. How did Hunter get to Cedric? By, car. It was Miss Mark's car. Then there's no point. Huh? Did you notice any weakness Hunter might have? Miss Marks! I think it's Miss Mark. I think that Merrick is very important, Miss Hunter. I see. I guess. This is good for now. Keep it up. Okay. I replied me and hung up the phone. Need to go back home. I was pretty sure Amy would have left by that point. I decided it would be probably best to read the rest of the files at home. Can I save first before I actually try and do that? Where's home? I decided to go back to my house. Finally came back home. Fortunately, Amy wasn't there. It seemed awfully nice to be home. Alright, it was time for me to buckle down and finish reading Mr. Hunter's files. So yeah. Oh my god, Dana, why are you doing that music in the background? So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll be playing the next file. I hope soon. I think maybe later. I don't know. So yeah. If you like the video, just simply wave your wand like a sorcerer and hit the like button. Until then, this is Natnarf signing off. Bye bye.